Good morning, everyone. I am back. I'm here. I'm alive. Hello. How are you? What's going on? Let's get that going. Yes. Yes. I am back. Hola. What's going on, guys? So what has happened since I have last seen you a week and a half ago now? Last stream was Thursday of not last week, the week before. So it's been a long time. Almost 2 weeks. That's a long time. I know. But I'm back. All is well. Mostly well. Mostly well, we'll put it that way. But the big thing, the big news was my brother was missing. He is no longer missing. He has been found. We found Waldo, and he is home, and we're good now. Meanwhile, during all of this, this searching, we also had some losses in the family. Both of our refrigerators went out. Yeah, we've had a hell of a week. Hell of a week mentally, financially, physically. Yes, it's been wild. So, but we're back, and we're good to go now. New fridge will be delivered tomorrow, which may or may not interfere with tomorrow's stream. We'll see what happens there. And then we don't have to be living out a cooler anymore. Yeah, we were living out of a tiny little fridge. Doesn't hold much. So my beer has to stay warm, unfortunately. But we're better now. So And I'm happy to be back. I really am. I missed a lot. I didn't really play any games. I really didn't do a whole lot as far as fun things go the last 2 weeks. So I'm kind of out of the loop. So I have a lot of questions for you guys today. Hopefully a lot of you guys. I did notice I was keeping up on some certain things, and I did notice that a lot of you guys were playing Battlefield 6 beta, and then I noticed that a lot of you guys were not. So I'm interested to see what your guys' thoughts are. I actually asked both my kids. Well, all of them have PCs, but only 2 of them would really be interested in that game, and neither one of them had played it. Neither one of them even tried it. Like, yeah. So we'll get to that in a little bit. I have questions for you guys, but yeah, it freezes half the food. It's not very fun. I'll tell you that much right now. It's not that fun living out of a tiny little, yeah. Survivor Cadet, how you doing? Welcome. Good to see you again. How have I been? It's been wild, man. My life is just crazy right now. So, if you're not in Discord, or you don't keep up what's going on in the Discord, which you absolutely should. We're gonna put that there, see if it works. Boom, there it is. If you're not part of Discord, you actually should be. I put announcements up and stuff in there. Last week, 2 weeks ago, Thursday, the very first day of the early access to the Battlefield 6 open beta, I abruptly ended my stream after 7.5 hours. I know that's not abrupt, but I got a text from my mom. So I'm telling you guys a story now, so you guys get the full picture. I'll tell you what I can tell you. How's that? I got a text from my mom saying that my brother had been missing for a couple of days. Now, 2 days before that, he was supposed to be coming over here after my stream so we can work on a vehicle that we had been working on, a little project, a Jeep project we've been working on. He no-showed, and I didn't really think anything of it. I got caught up at work, whatever. He's got other things going on, no big deal. Then he didn't respond to me for a couple days. I thought that was kind of weird, Like, come on, bro, what are you doing? Then my mom sends me a text. That's what you guys saw me reading right before I ended my stream. And it was like, your brother's been missing for 2 days. We don't know where he's at. I'm like, I got to go. I got to go find this son of a bitch, So that's what I've been doing. We searched high and low. We even got our daughter involved in the phone calls. Actually, she just took initiative. Just jumped on the phone, started calling places, trying to find out where he's at. It was over a week. We just about lost hope, and we found him. He popped up 3 days ago now, in a hospital a few hours away. So he's good now. He's back home, and I owe him a knuckle sandwich. That's what brothers do. So yeah, everything's good there. But in the meantime, during all this, that we're going through all this crap, trying to, we're just where's family at? Both our refrigerators have a beer fridge out in the garage, and then our regular house refrigerator. They both went out in the same week, within days of each other. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, adulting's so much fun. They tell you, be an adult. You have a good time. You can do what you want when you want to do it. I'm looking at my kids going, man, I wish I wish I was in your shoes right now, sleeping in all day with just a handful of chores, not a care in the world. Yeah, take me back to those days. So, with that being said, I am back now. I did a lot of thinking, stream-wise, of what I want to do, where I want to go, where I was, where I've been in the last 4 years, and highs and lows, and we've always talked about doing a podcast of sorts. The wife and I, we briefly tried putting something together a while back, but I was like, I really want to do this right. I really want to come back in, and I have the gift of gab. I'm able to just, talk to myself in rooms for hours at a time without getting bored. This works out pretty well for me. So we're gonna try this for a couple of days. We're gonna see where it goes. I have some things in store, kind of, and as we go, I'm going to be adding and removing things and whatnot. So this is kind of a rough draft of what we're gonna eventually end up as, but I'm really happy with it. I spent a lot of time in OBS changing a lot of different things, adding music and changing things. This is new. We'll get to this here in a little bit as well. But what do you guys think? You like this? The mic's actually in view now. You guys typically never see this. But I made it. I made it so it's just a little more. Yeah. It's more a little more podcasty, if you will. But I just like I like to talk. I like to chat. That's what I like to do, man. Maybe we'll take some callers. We'll take some calls from some callers. I don't know. There's so many things we can do. So many possibilities. I'm not sure if anyone here knows, but Helldivers 2 is coming to Xbox next Tuesday. Yes, it is. Also, and I'll save this for later, but you guys do realize that Battlefield 6 kind of set the stage. Now that the open beta is over and you're going to be 2 months away from being able to play the game. Delta Force, I know I can't believe I'm doing this either, but Delta Force comes out in a week or two on console. And you guys have been begging for that since December when it launched on PC. We'll get to it in a little bit, but I think that when it comes between the two games, I think Delta Force is probably what most of you guys should be playing. Yeah. Unpopular opinion, I know, but that's what I do here. That's what I do. We'll get to that in a little bit as well. But for now, I just want to know what I've missed. What have you guys been doing? What have you guys been doing while I was gone? While I was on a little forced vacation. What did you guys been doing? What have you guys been playing? Again, I've seen a lot of you guys playing the open beta, but there are other games. A lot of things did come out just recently. Anyone playing Mafia Old Country? That game seemed to have just came and gone. No one's really talking about it. I don't really see anything about it. It didn't go to Game Pass, so it's a pass for me. I'll probably play it years from now when it's on discount on Steam or some shit. But I don't know. What else? What else has been going on? What else? Something else came out recently too. And we got a handful of games like Survivor Cadet's talking about. We got Helldivers 2 coming to Xbox next week. We have Metal Gear Snake Eater. That comes out in a week or two as well. We got Gears of War Reloaded coming out on the 29th, I do believe. So we still have a lot of games coming out before the fall games, before we get these Battlefield and your Call of Duty. Those are going to be your big games. I don't even think Madden's going to be as big as it was. Everyone right now is focused on Call of Duty and Battlefield 6, but there are other games in between that I got my eye on because I'm not really interested in either one of them. Played Battlefield 6 beta I liked it, but I'm about it. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I'm kind of the same way when it comes to that. Battlefield 6 is full of sweats already. As fun game was fun, but I'm not buying it. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm absolutely with you. Need Surrounded update, new Schedule 1 update. Yes, I did see that. The Schedule 1 update, I'm kind of scared because it's an open beta. Where it's on the beta branch. I'm worried about my game save being screwed up. So I'm just kind of I'm just waiting. I really want to play it, but I don't want to jeopardize that save. So I'm going to just wait until it hits the regular side of things. And then I'm going to jump in there. But I am excited for that because I haven't played that game since May and I've been itching to get back in there. Got that meth itch to get back in there and play some more. Surrounded, dude, that guy is a monster. He is an absolute animal. He's giving us 2 pretty decent sized updates a month, and I couldn't be happier. Best $6 I've ever spent. So I'm happy to get back into that one. We might play that tonight. We'll see what happens. The wife and I finally were able to, after a week plus of frantically trying to find my bro, that we finally were over the weekend able to sit down and actually play some games for a little bit. The wife's all about her Sims. She's back in her Sims again. And I just melted into the couch with a controller and I played Hitman. I streamed it to the TV. It was a lot of fun. Very therapeutic. Murdering people is very therapeutic for me. So it worked out pretty well. If it comes to Game Pass, I'll play, but I'm excited for Ace Combat 8, which will hopefully release next year. I haven't played an Ace Combat game since the 360 days. Matter of fact, I had some faceplates. You guys remember the original, the Fats, the Xbox 360 Fat? You can buy faceplates for them. I think there's 4. There was a collector series of them. I don't know. I bought an Xbox from somebody to repair, and the guy gave me a box, and it was full of all kinds of shit. These fuckers were brand new in the package. I'm like, ooh, not going to take those out. That's cool. But that's cool. I miss those days. I kind of wish the newer consoles had things like that. Now, the Series X, it's just a square box. So, I mean, realistically, you can do anything you want to it. You can put skins on it or paint it if you wanted to. It's an empty canvas. So that's nice. But man, the 360 back in the day, being able to personalize it with your own faceplates, and then they had their own kit. It was just a plastic see-through case with a piece of paper in it, like cardboard paper, and then you would just like draw, do whatever you wanted to, and you can make it your own. So I know this is old school shit, but back in the day, this kind of stuff was cool. It was really cool for us. It was fun and very healthy. Yes, yes. I'm over here. Yeah, kill this son of a bitch. Let's go. The wife's like, hey. We're funny over here. You guys really spend a night with us. You guys used to when we did Jackbox. When we played Jackbox and the wife was involved, that was pretty much us at her core. You were getting us. You weren't getting the caricature of Beatdown. You were getting the real Beatdown. That was usually a full 2 or 3 beers in, feeling good. Yeah, probably should have been streaming, but we had a good time doing it. And the wife loved it. As a matter of fact, she talked about, she's been asking me if we can do another special Jackbox night. Or as we like to call it around here, the Harley Box. The Harley Box night. Yeah, she misses it. We got to, we had a family night. We had all the kids over. Except for the daughter. She's got a new job and she had to work. But we had the boys over. And we played, after dinner, we played some Jackbox for a while. It was a good time. We had a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Repeatedly asking. Played AC7 and I loved it. I mostly liked the ground attack missions. I don't really remember much of the game. I just remember it was kind of cool. I like the arcadey, Afterburner and shit like that. Fun games. Reckless, what's going on, man? What'd you miss? All kinds of stuff, man. Are you in Discord? Do you know what's going on? I might have to repeat myself a couple times while people pour in here this morning. But my brother went missing, and that's why I haven't been around in a while. Trying to find him. So he's around. He's home now. He's home and he's resting and we're good. So yeah, that was scary. That was a wild 10-day ride, if you will. Been busy, a little bit busy lately. We're looking at new houses and stuff. Well, you know what? That's awesome, man. Get out of that apartment. You and Kava looking at houses together. Congrats. Have you popped the question yet, bro? Has the question been asked? And if so, was it responded to correctly? I haven't seen you much. So with that being said, I was kind of waiting for Louis. I don't know if Louis is going to show up today, and it seems like this is usually how it goes. Whenever I want to do something that involves Louis, he's not around. And that's just kind of how it goes. But today, let's see. I'm fumbling. Here we go. Big Penguin, what's going on, man? How you doing? All right, so we're going back to some old school ways of doing things, and this was a fan favorite, especially for Louis. But we're gonna start doing the what day is it again? You guys remember this, right? Yeah. All right, cool. All right, so today is the 18th of August, 2025. What is happening today in our world? Today is National Pinot Noir. I always get this wrong. Is it Pinot Noir? I think that's how you say it. It's a wine for those that aren't fancy. It's basically wine day. Yeah. So if you like wine and you like Pinot, yeah, either way, go out there and get yourself some. What's really exciting is I'm a taco lover, but fajitas are pretty damn good as well. So congrats to everybody out there that loves fajitas, because today's your day. It is National Fajita Day. Go out and get yourself some fajitas. Now I have to talk the wife into taking me out later. It is also National Ice Cream Pie Day. That's a lot. I like ice cream and I like pie. I don't know. That might be a little much for me, but there you go. For you sweet lovers, National Ice Cream Pie Day. Have fun with that. It's also National Mail Order Catalog Day. Do they even make mail order catalogs anymore? Is that a thing? Do they? I know they still print some magazines, but mail order catalogs. Huh. You know what? We get them from Amazon. Never mind. We get them from Amazon every once in a while. It's usually for like Christmas and shit like that. So there you go. There's not a whole lot going on today. But fajitas. That's my takeaway from the what day is it? Fajitas. Yes. You're not a wine drinker. I am not a wine drinking. I am definitely not a wine drinking. Let him peek. What's going on, brother? I tried some Battlefield 6 the other day. I liked it even with a desync I was getting. You know what? That brings me to the next topic. The open beta. Of course, this is going to be the big conversation piece for the day. We had 2 weekends. The last time you guys saw me was the very first day of early access, Thursday of 2 weeks ago. If you guys haven't seen the stream, check it out. There's a lot of things in there. We talked about a lot of different things, and I should have brought my notes with me. But off the top of my head, there are a lot of issues with it. I did see that there's a lot of complaints. Number one, the secure boot thing is fucking people up on PC. Okay. There he is, of course, right? Right after we went ahead and did it. Louie, what's going on, man? We just did What Day Is It? I hope you got to see a little bit of it. If not, I'm sorry, bro. I tried waiting for you. I wasn't sure if you're going to be here, though. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. So there's two bigger complaints that I want to address today. Is the secure boot situation, which if you're on PC, you have to turn on secure boot because of cheats. There's kernel level cheats, and yeah, okay. So I'll let you do the research on that. But that is not turned on for many people. There are newer PC motherboards that have it turned on. We know that Free to Escape is one of those lucky participants. The rest of us, we had to turn it on manually, and for some of us, it was a lot of work and a pain in the ass. But once we got it going, everything seemed to work fine. Now, I haven't really played any other games, any PC games, and I know Smokey was saying that secure boot fucked up other games that he was playing, so he went ahead and turned it off. This might be an issue for a lot of people because I'm also hearing that this year's Call of Duty is going to also require secure boot. So this might be the new thing. I don't know. But even after all of this shit, even after everyone went through this, right, there's a million new Reddit pages helping people try to figure this shit out as well. At the end of the day, it still didn't stop the hackers. Was there like 300,000 hackers that they found? I mean, I'm glad they found them, but I mean, still, it was happening. It was still happening. So that's one of the big problems is that people are like, why do we have to go through the effort of doing this and possibly fucking up other things within our PC to do something that's not actually working in game anyhow? So I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. At first I was like, yeah, that's cool. Whatever. That's cool. We'll get through it. No big deal. It's just something new. But now it's kind of like, is it even worth it? Especially if it fucks up other things within your PC or other games. That was kind of a problem that I had with the Exoborn playtest, is that they wanted you, this last one, they wanted you to revert back to a driver that's almost a year old to playtest, which prevented you from playing other games because all those a year of updates is a lot. So, I don't know. I ended up doing it and I had a good time, and then they unlocked that so then you can actually update your drivers. And then we had some problems with the Exoborn playtest, but everything else worked. So I don't know. The other thing was the map size, and I've heard their answer to this, but all the maps that we received during both playtests or both betas, beta weekends, they had small maps, very, very small maps. As a matter of fact, I was talking about this just a little while ago. Delta Force, it seems like their warfare maps are bigger than what we were able to play in this open beta. Now, their response is that they kept the map small because they were trying to gather data for all the gunfights, and they wanted congestion. They purposely did it to keep big fights happening in smaller areas to make sure that their servers can handle all of this and that, which is fine. That makes sense. But they really, really, really should have given them everyone one big map, just one big map. Even if it was just for a day, you know, at the end, like yesterday would have been perfect. You know, Saturday night, Sunday morning, they release a big map and go, okay, we got all that. We gathered as much data as we're going to need. Here's a big map to showcase what you guys are looking forward in 2 months. They really, really, really should have done that, and they didn't. So now that's a lot of people are complaining about that. Then there's complaints everywhere with a lot of different things, and it doesn't help that I complained about a lot of things myself. But a lot of the stuff that I saw day one, as the days went on, and I was seeing more and more people talking about it, more videos coming out. They all agreed with a lot of the things that I was saying. So we'll see. I still don't think they're going to have enough time to fix all the issues in the game. So if you're pre-ordering or you're buying day one, just expect it to be a shitstorm. And you probably won't see patches that will properly bring it aligned with what you guys want or what people are talking about until probably Christmas. So I think that both Battlefield 6 and Call of Duty are both going to release to But I don't know. I think the game is good. I really think the game, there's a lot of positives going on, but the negatives were very glaring issues, especially with, like Peak was saying, desync issues. We had a lot of desync, hitbox issues, weird spots. But I mean, it was a fun time. We had a good time with it. All is good. I missed it. Good to have you back, Louis. It's great to be back, man. I appreciate you. Harsway Fresh, what's going on, man? It's good. It happened. Got to add. Scum will always find a way. I see Dice is doing 150% than COD. I agree. I think Dice in Battlefield in general are really, really, really trying to get their shit together. They really haven't delivered anything, as far as I'm concerned, anything really good since Battlefield 1. So I'm still kind of like, we'll see what happens. Small maps is not Battlefield. I agree. It was frying my CPU. Oh shit. We having issues with it? I'm on an older AM4 platform, but I'm on the last of the Mohicans when it comes to the CPUs. I've got the 5800X 3D, which is, I mean, it's nothing to brag about, but it's like the last best chip for AM4. But it's going to get me maybe another year, and then I'll have to upgrade considerably. But for right now, it's still holding up. She's still holding up and does quite well in every game. And really, if I can get good frames out of Gray Zone Warfare and be able to play that with minimal issues, I'm happy, because that's my game. That's I wish we got another wipe soon, because I really want to get back into Gray Zone. I miss it considerably. Man, me and Metal ran into the craziest cheater the other day on console PUBG I've ever seen. I'm not talking about just scripts or Cronus. I'm talking full-blown rage hacker with aimbot. We're gonna get to that as well. we're gonna get to that one as well. I have a lot of PUBG conversation coming up. A lot of PUBG conversations. So stick around. Stick around. That's coming up soon at the top of the hour. The first week it was good. The second week I had my shit at like 8082. I got an i9. Man, nowadays whenever I buy anything, I assume it's gonna be some broken or messed up. Yeah, you know, as far as like AAA studio titles, we've had a lot of broken shit in the last few years. I feel like I'm getting better games from smaller indie developers, and hell, even the guys that are solo. There's 2 games right now I'm playing. I consistently play back to back. Well, yeah, back to. They're made by a single guy. The first one's Schedule 1, which I haven't played since May, so I can't really say I've been playing a lot of it. But I love that game. I got tons of hours into it. That's getting updated frequently. A lot of good stuff going on in that game. Surrounded, that just received another update. Solo developer. The game's been out for like 3 years, but he's really, since it started catching fire a couple months ago, he's really been on his game. I'm having more fun in those games that cost under $20 than these full-blown $70, $80 AAA titles that we're getting that are broken and just not having a good time with them. The most recent one that I want to call out, which I hate doing because the original was such a great game, but the DLC, the standalone DLC, is just not up to par. It's not ready. RoboCop, unfinished business. I had nothing but issues with that game. Now I don't know, maybe it's different on console, but on PC, man, it was a mess. It was a mess. You guys saw what I saw, right? It's Einstein, not Epstein. Yes. Jeff, thank you for the follow. Welcome. How you doing today? How you doing? What brings you in? How'd you find the channel? Me Uncle Stewridge said he's been shielding the passion in his bowels. What does this mean? Can you rectify? Where you do physics, yes. Where you test things for science. Got it. Got it. Thank you for the biddy and thank you for being here. And I have no idea what your uncle's talking about. Was this before or after he had a couple beers? I'm assuming after, but I don't know. I don't want to assume, because when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. We're going to move on from that. So it sounds like a lot of you guys were pretty happy with the beta, and then others were kind of like, it's not quite there yet for me. So my question is to you guys that are on the fence. We already know there's a handful of you guys are buying it day one, which is cool. That's I have no problem with that, and I'm not here to shame you in any which way at all. But for the ones that are on the fence, what would it take? What would it take? What does Battlefield 6 need to do to earn your business in October? For you to open up your wallet and say, take my hard-earned money. What do they need to do? What would be the thing to push you over the edge there that make it happen? Oh, he came into some money, huh? Well, that's good, Jeff. I'm glad. So already just be giving them my money away. Yeah. But I know there's a lot of people, and again, I've been seeing a lot of stories and a lot of people. I mean, it's kind of like split down the middle. There, half of the country, half of the gaming world is I'm buying it day one. This is going to be the greatest Battlefield in 20 years, and blah blah blah. And then we have other people that are like, this isn't up to par, man. This is just not quite there. And we have pros on both sides as well. Shroud is talking about how damn good it is, and this. But I mean, I love Shroud, but I mean, he doesn't have the best history of getting behind the right horse, right? There's a couple things that he's been involved in that have fallen flat within months. So, and then there's other things like Apex Legends that have taken off considerably. So I don't know. I don't know what to think there. But as far as my personal opinion, I think it's better than Battlefield 2042. I think it's better than Battlefield 5. I don't think it lives up to the Battlefield 3 hype. I don't think it's anywhere near Bad Company 2 that they keep comparing it to. Yeah, there's a lot of destruction and such, but Bad Company 2 was such a gem. It's going to be hard to bring that action and that magic back. It's going to be a long time. So that's what they should have done, though. They should have gone with a new Bad Company. I think that would have been phenomenal. But I'm just an old guy that plays games. The BR man wanted to test that out. I'm not a Battlefield player, so don't care much for the multiplayer aspect. The game was good, though. The shooting felt nice. I'm very interested to see what the BR is gonna do. I think it's going to give Warzone a run for its money. I think that they have said that it's going to be free to play. They'd have to. They would have to be free to play to compete with Warzone. That's really what Warzone's got going for itself. If they lock it like they did with Blackout, like Call of Duty did with Blackout when that game came out, I could see that being a huge issue. And that's part of the reason why Blackout died after, I think it only lasted about a year. And sure, there's still people that are playing it, 7 years on now, but at the time, it was kind of a shame because you had to buy a $60-$70 game, $60 game just to get that portion of it. They should have sold it separately. I think, like $30, $25, $30. I think it would have been great. But I don't know. I don't. Does anybody know for sure? I think the Battlefield 6 BR is going to be free to play, not 100%. but I think that you guys know. I think one of you guys know. 3 or 4 was my fave. Yes. I didn't really get into 4 a lot. 3 was my jam. And I liked Hardline as well. Hardline was not very popular, but I really enjoyed Hardline. Fix desync issues, problems, and add more ammo per person. 2 mags not enough ammo. That's why I ended up playing the support, because I'm a decent medic. Not as good as Louis. Louis is the medic though. I mean, he proved that on. But that way I was trying to do my best to keep the guys in the front line, like the front line, ammoed and healed up as best I could. So I agree with you. The ammo, because when I was just assault, man, I was running out of ammo so fast. I'm running around asking people for ammo, like I should be killing people right now, and I'm running to the back lines looking for ammo. I'm with you. I think we need more ammo in the game. But hey, good skin. Good morning. How you doing, man? I was the supporter to take care of that ammo issue. Yes. Freedom Escape, what's going on, man? Good morning. Thank you. It is good to be back. I feel great. Especially with the LMG, I need to be able to suppress motherfuckers and pull fire. Yeah, that's why I ended up running just support the entire time. I don't even think I ever switched class. It's supposed to be free to play when I heard. Okay, so there you go. Now, speaking of free to play, and this is my personal opinion. I know that a lot of the times it doesn't align with everybody else's, but I'm just going to put it out there because that's what I do. With all the issues that I experienced, and maybe some of those were fixed in weekend 2, because I did not participate. Just so you guys know, I only played day 1, and I have not touched it since. So I don't know what was changed. So a lot of these things may have been addressed or whatever in the second weekend. But with all the issues that I had I'm trying to be very careful the way that I put this, because you guys know how I feel about Delta Force, but I really think at this point, Delta Force is coming to console at the end of the month. And I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for that. It's also getting controller support on PC, which I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for that. And it's free to fucking play. I think those 3 things right there are really going to give this game a run for its money. I'm not here to sing praises, because I've had my own problems with Delta Force, and I was a partner with them. We are no longer, yeah. But either way, I have to give you the news the way it is. And I think Delta Force does a better version of Battlefield than Battlefield's doing right now. And it's free to play, and you guys can play it on everything. So it'll be interesting to see when that drops at the end of the month, how many people are going to flock to that and then not choose to get Battlefield in the next coming months. So I mean, yeah, and like Reckless is saying, it also has the extraction mode, the Tarkov mode, if you will. So there's a lot going on there, and it's free to play. And it wasn't a bad game. The problem that I had with it was that they didn't listen to us. We were the partners. And they were like, oh yeah, oh yeah. And then they just didn't deliver. And then, I mean, you guys saw it firsthand. They said that they're going to give you guys console and controller support by the end of Q1. We are now at the beginning of Q3. They're finally getting it out to you guys. So they're not very good with their promises, and they're not very good with time management. But their product is pretty solid. It's pretty solid. I'll give you that. So you guys have options. For those that are on the fence about Battlefield 6 and not really knowing if you want to drop $70, $80, I would recommend trying Delta Force, see what you think. You may not even be bothered to play Battlefield 6. You might be so intrigued with Delta Farce that you don't care. But again, I it's weird coming from me, because what was it, 9 months ago in December, when we were doing that big streamer thing, and I was losing my mind because of all the stupid shit that they still left in the game. Anyhow, I 100% think, and again, unpopular opinion, that Delta Force is doing a better job than Battlefield 6. So that's just the way it is. Sorry, not sorry. But you guys, you check it out for yourself. Don't take my word for it. When it releases on console, Metal Josh is saying it releases tomorrow. There you go. I expect to see a lot of you guys. And this is what I want you to do, okay? I want you to, number one, you guys got to be in the Discord, okay? I'm going to put that up there again for the people that are not doing it, okay? I want you to try the Delta Force modes out. And I want you to come into Discord, whether you want to personally message me or you want to just put it in there, whatever. I want you guys to give your honest feedback on what you guys think of this console version of Delta Force. Can you guys do that for me? Because I'm truly like interested in knowing what you guys think. I've seen a lot of gameplay. They've been kind of teasing it. It looks like it's ready. Looks like it's ready to go. Especially since they took an additional 6 months to make it happen. I would hope that it runs well. So I don't know. Give that a shot, and then you guys tell me what you guys think. But I think that Delta Force is going to take away a lot of Battlefield's steam. But we'll see what happens. Support engineer was your go-to. I got my worth out of the beta. Got every weapon to level 20. Played every class into every challenge. Damn, man, you were invested. How many hours did it take you? How many hours? Who here had over 40 hours in the open beta for the 2 weekends? Not me. I had 8 hours total. Who had over 60 hours? Anybody get over 60 hours? I was seeing some crazy numbers. Some people, like, they just never turned their PC off, man. They just played for fucking, like, the whole weekend. They'd wake up Thursday morning and they wouldn't go to bed till Sunday night. Like, it was just wild, the amount of hours that were going into these things. So high for Delta Force extraction mode. I think you're gonna have a good time with it. If you're looking for something it's kind of like it's Tarkov-y, but a little more arcadey, then like nothing's ever gonna be really DMZ except for Outlawed, which, you know, that came and gone. But if you like Tarkov and you kind of liked DMZ, I think you might like this. Controller port, I'm all in. Only thing Delta missed is a BR. Yeah, I'm with you on that as well. I think that they had the mechanics, they had everything there. The only thing at the end of the day, I still can't get over is their classes or their specialty weapons that they had for each class or whatever. There's a lot of things there that they still needed some balance. But again, I haven't touched the game since December 5th. So, I mean, all this could have been changed. And there was a point in, I think it was May, June, I completely forgot that game existed until somebody said something about it. I never see anybody play it. Even in Discord, I never see anybody's name playing Delta Force. I completely forgot about the game. I haven't seen it in a while, but it's still out there, guys, and it's about to blow up again with this whole console release. So now, Metal, is it going to Xbox and PlayStation tomorrow? Is it just Xbox tomorrow and PlayStation later, or is it both on the same date? Peak wants to play. And I'm assuming there's crossplay. I mean, there's got to be, right? There's got to be crossplay. There should be enough aim assist with controllers that they could keep up with mouse and key, but I don't know. Crossplay should be on. We'll see. I told him about the aimbotter that got you in PUBG the other day. Dude, that was the most insane, weirdest death ever in my time with PUBG. We're gonna. I have some things to say about PUBG here in a minute, and we're gonna get in. I have a whole segment dedicated to PUBG, so we're gonna get there in a minute. It said console release, so I'm assuming P. Okay, all right, got it. Got it. Okay. Shit was wild. I expect to see something like that on PC, but on a console. Yeah, there's a reason for it, and it's not very popular, but it is still a possibility, and we'll get to that in a minute. But here, 10 p.m. tonight Eastern, both console. Beautiful. There you go. I think I think it's been on mobile for months now, so it's weird that console is the last to. But again, mobile, especially in the Asian market, is huge, and there's more mobile gamers than there are actual console or PC gamers in the Asian market. So pushing out the mobile version of the game makes complete sense to me. But it is kind of weird to see console, kind of like PUBG, being treated as the redheaded stepchild, you know. But again, console was a very small portion of the business, and especially in the US and in Europe, very small amount of people are playing the game. It's the Asian markets where all the money's at. That's where all the players are. So 10 p.m. tonight is when it releases, huh? So I expect to see a lot of people commenting tomorrow. I'll put a section up in there, maybe in Discord or something, of what you guys think. Maybe even a poll to see what you guys think about the console release of the game. I expect you guys this coming weekend, you guys are probably going to be playing a lot of it. I'll probably see it a lot. So, yeah. So with that, I asked earlier, and now we're getting some more people in here. What did I miss when it comes to games? Again, I haven't played in like 2 weeks. So again, Thursday, what was it? The 8th? I think it was the 8th. So it's been 10 days. That was the last time I played, and it was really paying attention to like the games and what's going on. I know was Mafia Old Countries come out. Has anyone been playing that? Anyone enjoy that game? Something else came out recently. I'm looking here real quick. I know we've got a couple games released on Game Pass. Let's see, what was it? Aliens Fireteam Elite. Now I think this was on there before. I don't know. But I've heard good things about it. People have been telling me about that. Enlisted, Enlisted, free to play, hit Game Pass as well. So that's in there for you guys. But I know that we had a couple games released since I've been gone, and just curious what you guys are. What you guys thought? Anything? What have you guys been playing since I last seen you? Anything new? Anything great? Metal, I see you in there playing Tarkov every day. So, I have a few issues with the Battlefield 6, and probably won't be playing that unless the BR is good. Yeah, I'm on the same page, Metal. That's before you came in. That's what I was saying. Is that my argument is that from what I saw of the beta, the 8 hours that I played of the beta, I think that that Delta Force is actually a better game. I think it's a better game in its current state, and the fact that it's free to play, it's hitting consoles tomorrow. I think it's going to give them a run for their money. I even said it when we first started playing it back. I'm like, this is kind of like a more fun version of a Battlefield 6 or Battlefield in general. Like a year ago now, when I was in all those play tests and we were doing all the open and closed betas and blah blah blah, I had a really good time with it. And I think a lot of you guys did as well. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Now the Battlefield 6 BR, I'm like 90% sure that it's going to be free to play. So that right there that's fine. I'm good with that. But I am very interested because I'm not a Warzone guy. I tried Warzone, didn't really care for it. I tried it in like it seems like every iteration that they've had. And I think we're on Warzone 4 now or something. I've tried it every time, and I just don't. It's the movement for me in Call of Duty. Call of Duty's gone like way over the top with their movement and shit. Where Battlefield's more grounded. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. So I'm excited. I'm excited to do that. I hope there's crossplay so we can play with our console homies and get the group back together. I would love it. I wanted to run Mafia, but it's a broke bish, so not yet. I was worried about that. I was really worried about that. And also that it didn't go to Game Pass. I could have swore they advertised this, that it was going to be a Game Pass game, but I don't know. Maybe I missed something. I don't know. Also, welcome back, BEATDOWN. Hope all is well. Thank you, Metal. It was a crazy week and a half. It was a very scary situation for the family, and I just about lost my damn mind. So it was very, very hug your loved ones, because you never know how much time you have with them. So luckily I have more time with my brother, but there was a point where I thought that there would be no more time. But we're good. He's good. We're good. Everything's good. And we're back. And that's all that matters. We're back. Let's go. Also, Rick said we would hate the current state of DMZ. He said nothing but campers and bouncing betties, to which I replied, so just like it's always been, just like the last time we played. Yes. Okay. I was trying to come up with something, man. I know, and we'll get to PUBG here in a minute. I know you guys have really been trying to get me back in there. Give me a few minutes. We're gonna open that subject wide open here in a minute. So just bear with me. Yasuki, what's going on, man? Good morning. How are you today? I'm good. I'm much better than I was. I'm in better spirits. I'm excited. I trimmed up the beard. I was looking scruffy for a minute there, man. I wasn't thinking. The only thing on my mind was I got to find my brother. I got to find my brother. I got to find. So yeah. I'm good. Finally got a good night's sleep, but we've been resting, the wife and I. She's on vacation, and she asked, "Are you going to stream tomorrow?" She really she kind of urged me, but it's hard because when my wife's on vacation, I feel like I'm on vacation too. But I was like, no, I'm going to do it. So I spent last night up until like midnight. I was sitting here at my desk getting all this stuff prepared, and I hope you guys like the new podcast, the Beatdown Show. There's a lot of things that we're going to be changing over the next couple of days and things. But this is a rough draft of what we're doing. So if you guys like things, let me know. If there's certain things you guys like, there's certain things I need to change, let me know. But I'm here to entertain still. So, just a free to play value in and of itself is going to be to put them ahead of by a lot. I agree. There's going to be, especially since Battlefield going to be one of the games that's $80. Like the core game, like the base game is $80. So I mean, I think there's a lot of people who are going to go to the free to play just for that reason alone. But we'll see. Snake Eater comes out in 10 days. Now that game I'm going to be playing. I'm excited to play that. Ink and Skin, thank you so much, brother. It was a rough go. It was a rough time. And I kept telling the wife, I'm like, I have to say something. I can't leave these guys hanging, but I don't know what to tell them. Like, because we were still in the middle of the search, and So I apologize. I didn't mean to ghost you guys. And I thought about the community as a whole every day, several times. Like, what do I say? How do I get this out there, but like try to leave it like positive when like everything was just falling apart, and it was rough, man. It was a rough time, but we're all good now. We're all good, and there shouldn't be any issues going forward. My inbox is blowing up. Glad everything's okay. Yeah, same here, man. Huckleberry, good to have you. Good to have you here. I appreciate you, man. I'm in the dark on the situation, BD, but I'm glad everything's okay. Yeah. So real quick, we'll touch on that again because I know we have people coming in and out during the day. So if you're not in the Discord, I'm gonna put it back up there again for you guys. So 2 weeks ago on a Tuesday, a lot of you guys know that my brother and I were working on a Jeep, trying to fix up a Jeep for my daughter, and he was supposed to be here after stream. And you guys might remember, I looked at my phone. He wasn't responding to me, so I just kept streaming and whatever. I didn't think anything of it. He just kind of ghosted me that day, and I'm like, oh, he must be busy with work, got things going on, no big deal. I started kind of feeling weird about it, and then 2 days later, when my last stream, I played Battlefield Open Beta for like 7 or 8 hours, and right at the end of the stream, I was looking at my phone, and I got a message from my mom saying that my brother was missing. He hadn't come home in 2 days. He had left 7 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday, and just was gone, just gone. So I'm like, oh, I gotta go. Like, what do I do? So we spent a week looking for him, calling every place we can imagine. Of course, he was in a hospital a couple hours away, one we didn't call, because it was a couple hours away. We thought he'd be, local. Where would he go? How would he get that far away? And he's fine now. So he got discharged a few days ago. He's home. He's resting, and life's going back to normal. But that was scary, man. That was my just up and goes missing. Like, what the fuck? So that's why I haven't been around, but I'm back now and I'm feeling good. Well, thanks, Smoke. I appreciate you, man. Battlefield 70 on sale on Xbox for $63 now. Controller support for Delta. Finally! Yes, Ink. Finally, it's coming, man. It's coming. So I think, is it, excuse me, is it both tomorrow? Or tonight? Is it console release and controller support? I mean, I would think that they'd be side by side, right? I don't know. I'm asking for you guys, just so you guys have the information. Got a break in the, yeah, I saw you got a 5080. Congrats, bro. I'm jelly. What are you doing that 4070 Ti Super Extreme or whatever? What are you doing with that one? Get boss OPR. It's been a rough year, but I'm still kicking. Absolutely. Okay. All right. Thanks, Huckle. Berries. Sound like you need a fat blunt and nice beach after all that stress. I agree, bro. I agree. Yeah, so it's illegal down in South Carolina. Oh, the stories I could tell you. It's in the closet. Well, what's it doing in the closet? Get it out of there, man. Should have it running. Just build a PC just to hold that thing. And if you need help disposing of it, I dispose of computer equipment very, very properly. We'll just say properly. I do a great job of it too. So if you need some help disposing of it, send it my way. I'll make sure it it ends up where it needs to end up. Have not heard about controller support. Announcement was for console release and did not mention controller support. Okay. I would assume it'd be the same time, but again, I don't know. I don't know. So what you could do is you could use your computer to cloud stream it from the Xbox version. That would work. I'll take that without stress. I've been MIA in the gaming streaming stuff, but I always think about the homies. I miss y'all. Hey, same here, Peak. I see you've been out there swinging that bat a lot, man. It actually looks like you're a bat reseller now, a baseball bat resale. Is that your new gig, your side gig? Hell yeah. All right. So if there's nothing else more that we need to talk about when it comes to the open beta, we can move on in conversation. But I think as of right now, again, just to recap, I think that a lot of people are excited about the beta. I think there's a lot of issues with the game. I hope that they can fix them before it launches in 2 months. But I think after tonight, I think a lot of people are going to forget about Battlefield 6. I really do. I think that Delta Force is going to come in hot and is going to steal away a lot of thunder from this beta. PC players will still be talking about it because they've had Delta Force and that's kind of old news to them. But console players this is fresh for them. So this is going to be right there in the forefront. A glaring issue for Battlefield 6. So we'll see how it plays out. I'm going to keep an eye on it. Available every night this week on vacation from the first job. Glad to see you back, bro, but I got to get this kid rolling. I'll check in when I got a break. That's fine. And thank you for being here. Free. You can always rewatch later. That's fine. All right, so on to the next conversation. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this one. This is this is the big news right now in the world of PUBG is they're dropping support finally. Now I've been talking about this for a long time. They're finally dropping support for the problem that PUBG has in the console world, and that is the old last gen consoles. They're finally dropping support for the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 in November. November 13th, I do believe, is the precise date. Now, the same day, they are going to be releasing the PS5 version of the game. I don't know if it sounded like Xbox was going to be getting an update, not a newer version. I don't know. It sounded like that's what it was. But we're getting the newer version, and I see there's a lot of confusion. So we're going to kind of clear some of this up. There's a lot of confusion with what's actually happening. So they're dropping the older consoles, and there's a lot of people crying about this shit. That's why I had this graphic here. That's why I spent some time making this last night. My wife thought this was hilarious. There's a lot of people crying about this right now. But again, and I try to have as much sympathy as possible. We are now 5 years, almost 5 full years into current gen. If you're still on a console that is 13 years old, I don't know what to tell you. But at some point, they got to close the door. And this console is holding back what the Series S and X, well, really the Series X, can do for this game. So when this launches November 13th, I think you're going to see me back out there again. Don't quote me on that. Or I guess you can. Someone's going to clip that and be like, see, we got proof. I'm excited. I want to get back in there and play it. I really do. So November 13th is going to be a huge day. And we're going to, the console version, now there's like a little thing that shows like what the new settings and everything are going to be, but nothing's changing in that department. If you look at what it has right now for the current gen, they're getting the same thing. The big update is it looks like we're going to be getting a better draw distance and better textures. So we're not getting the 120 update. I know there's a lot of people, some older PUBG partners that I used to run with, that they were hoping there was going to be 120 FPS mode. If they were to allow us to change a couple things, we could probably hit that. But because the game is going to render at 4K and it's struggling to run 1440p on PlayStation 5, they can't quite get it to the 120 frames. So we're going to have to deal with 60, but as long as it's 60 consistently with some better graphics, especially with draw distance, so we can see things a little bit further out, I think it'd be amazing. So I'm really, really excited for this. And when you guys were talking about the cheaters and stuff, the console cheaters, they are on the PlayStation 4, from what I understand, because it's not policed as much as the Xbox. So the Xbox One, I don't think they ever cracked the Xbox One. I don't know if I don't think they were ever able to do that, which is amazing. 13 years and no one's been able to crack it. But PlayStation 4, you can absolutely jailbreak it. And they've been able to get cheats and things like that on the console. I did a huge deep dive in this like a year ago when it started popping up. So you guys that you were experiencing the other day, Metal, you guys won't have to deal with that shit anymore. And I know it's extremely rare, because a lot of the consoles do end up getting caught after a day or two. So it's usually newer players or players that are going out and finding PS4s, they're jailbreaking them, and then they're taking them back online again. But you guys, on November 13th, when they get rid of the older stuff, you won't have to worry about that anymore, which is great. So it'll be back to a level playing field, with the exception of hardware cheats, which we're never going to be able to get rid of those. Cronuses and strike packs, they're always going to be there. You can't stop that. But as far as software hacks on a console, that's going to go away. That is going to go away. I've been playing a lot of softball, winning rings and stuff. No big deal. No big deal. But yes, I'm a factory hitter sales rep for Iconic Sports as well. See? There you go. That's awesome, dude. I love it. I think that's a great game to be playing. We except in this circle, for those that know, softball means something else. But he actually plays softball. Oh man. Yeah, some kids crying majorly. We knew it was coming. Yes, exactly. I'm down to run it. Let's get my dude. Yes. I guess I'll need to put down the Ready or Not and dust off the PUBG. You got a while. November 13th. That's still a few months off. I know it's close, but we have plenty of time. So you play all the Ready or Not that, get that game out of your system. You got plenty of time. I mean, we're still going to see Battlefield 6 come out. We're going to see Call of Duty 7 or 17 or whatever it is come out before that even happens. We might even see Grand Theft Auto 6 before. I'm kidding. But there's a lot of stuff between here and there. I saw this and it was huge. I read through a couple different articles. I saw there's a lot of confusion. And a lot of the confusion has to do with the names of the Xbox. They fucked up. We talked about this many times. They don't know how to name consoles. They're not good at it. Okay. I mean, like PlayStation, they at least stick to a number, which makes things easier, right? But when you got an Xbox One, Xbox One S, Xbox One X, and then you decide to call your next one Series S and Series X, it creates confusion. It creates a lot of confusion here. So there's a lot of people that think that the Xbox One X, the half generation model from last gen, there's a lot of people that still think that's going to run PUBG, and I keep telling them it's not. It's the Xbox One platform in general, whether it's the OG Fat, the S, or the X, they're all going away. They're all going away. And I don't go on Reddit and ever say anything because it just becomes an argument. But yes, all the old gens are going away, and it's only going to be available on the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 5 Pro, Series S, and Series X. That's it. That's it. And I would highly recommend if you're only playing PUBG, stay away from the Series S. I would just don't do it to yourself. Get yourself the X and just enjoy life. Just do it right, man. And I see them on Facebook Marketplace, whether they're broken or not. I see them a lot of the time for like right around $300 used. So they're accessible. They are accessible. But I'm very happy this is finally happening. We're not gonna see the Unreal Engine 5 update for probably another year or longer. But it is nice to finally see that they are going to leave the old shit behind, give us an updated version more aligned with the PC version on console. So I'm excited. And this might be something that I better just before I put my foot in my mouth, better just shut it. Let's see. Nice. I'm still grinding every day. Hard to not play when it's one of the best right now. Dude was spraying a wall inside of a building facing north, hitting metal with headshots outside to the south. Wow. Man, this was like unlike anything I've experienced in all of my time on there. If softball exists, where's the hard ball? It's a good question. Fun fact, softballs are not soft. He's been hit enough times to tell you that. They're just bigger. They're just bigger balls. It's like nicknaming your massive friend Tiny. Exactly. That's hilarious. So with that information out there, and I know a lot of you guys, I'm probably the only one that doesn't play PUBG at all anymore. But for those that did play, like Louis is, I don't know if Louis is still here. After this new update and things start to get a little nicer, a little easier on console. Anyone plan on going back and playing? Besides myself, because I am going to go back and play. We will be doing that. Yeah, I haven't played since I don't know what's it been, guys, like 4 or 5 months. Every once in a while, like once a year, I go back and I play it for a day or two. But Big Almax is every day. Well, we know he's not gonna. I'm talking about the ones that left, like the ones that haven't played in a while, that just kind of like me, just got bored, got tired of it, and just kind of wandered away and never really looked back. Are there any of you now that are looking back that may go back and play? I'm gonna try to pump up some business, drum up some business for PUBG. So I think we'll be doing a big event in November when this happens, and we'll get the crew back together, and we'll run a couple days and see what we think. But this is big news, and I'm really excited for it. It's been we're almost 8 years. Xbox, I think, is just about to hit the 8-year mark in December. December 13th, I think, is the exact day. And then PlayStation's a full year behind, but it's been a long time coming. I thought that they would do this when Destin came out, right at the end of my partnership with PUBG, me actually playing. Destin came out, we got a Series X upgrade version of the game where we could still play with the older consoles, but we got a little bit of a performance upgrade. Basically, we were able to get the quality mode with performance, so they kind of blended them together. So we were getting 60 frames with the higher quality, where the older consoles you had either performance at 60 or quality at 30. So you still love it. If doesn't release a BR on launch, it will not be on launch, just so you know. Supposedly it's going to be a couple months after. I think it's going to be probably right before Christmas or right after Christmas, probably January. But yeah, they said that they're not going to be releasing it on day one. They probably want to get a base established, kind of like what Call of Duty did. They want to get people playing their game first, run the shit out of their game, get familiar with it, and then drop the free to play. That way they're still making some money in the process. Fucking go, Louis. Yeah, I'm looking past. Yeah, I'm not. Black Ops 7 I have no interest in Call of Duty. I'm not even really listening or paying attention to anything that's happening over there. It's not for me. Call of Duty is no longer for me. I'm just moving on in life. But getting back into some PUBG, I think sounds like a lot of fun. I think it'd be a blast. But again, I thought that they were going to do this, 4 or 5 years ago. So it's kind of, is it like a little too late for some of you guys, or is this like big news? That's another poll that I need to put up. Write this down in PUBG poll. I'll put this in Discord later today and see what you guys think with the. But I'm excited. I'm ready to go back and play. I was really hoping we were going to get PUBG 2 or this Unreal 5 engine update, which I think would be phenomenal. But that's probably in the horizon. That's probably not going to be anytime soon. So this is actually really, really good news. I think it's fantastic. Yeah, I only played COD to learn mouse and keyboard. I couldn't think of a better way to do it. Just get dropped right in the fire and just take off. I still like PUBG gunplay and sounds more than any other game. You know what? Same here. I don't think anything's ever hit me quite as well as that. The gunplay itself is phenomenal. The only other game that I think has got pretty good, well, I mean, there's a lot of other games, but as far as like multiplayer games go, that I had a lot of fun with, where the gun mechanics were kind of similar and felt pretty good. Hell Let Loose. I think Hell Let Loose is a great game, and I still get asked if I'm going to go back and play that, and my response to them is, I don't know. I had a lot of fun with it, but then it kind of got stale. And my problem is I like to fuck around with squad. So if I'm not in a pre-made squad running my mouth and having a good time and entertaining, most of the time outside of Hot Dog 7 server, people didn't want to hear my shit. so it didn't work out for me. I couldn't play the game the way I wanted to play, and I know I was interfering with other people's enjoyment of the game. So I just removed myself. I was basically the frontline joker, and people didn't like that shit. Especially if you're in a tank. Don't ever get in a tank if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. So just don't get in a tank. You know, there's never going to be any time for you to learn how to play the game, because you're not allowed to do anything you're not used to doing, because yeah, something along those lines. If PUBG had full lobbies, that game would still be the king. I agree. I was just playing that a few days ago. Seemed like I like, but it's boring solo. I agree, man. Chicken dinners will forever be better than wins in any other game to this day. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's nothing ever, like no other game has ever been able to get my heart pounding. When you're in that top 5 situation, the circle's closing, you can't see anybody, but you know there's a tree in front of you. You know there's at least one fucking guy there. You know, there's a bush Wookiee somewhere laying in the grass, and you're creeping in trying to find yourself any type of cover whatsoever. I mean, that feeling alone is nothing's been able to replicate that to this day for me. It's nuts. To this day. I see there's a lot of people in when this was announced, I was all over the place reading a lot of comments and stuff, and what people were thinking about this, and that's where I ran into a lot of people that were thinking that their Xbox One S and One X are still going to be they don't want to let go of the fact that the Xbox One, no matter which one of the 3 consoles you had, are still the same fucking platform. So anyhow, there's a lot of people excited for it, and there's a lot of people that are fucking kind of pissed off about it. But I did see a lot of people saying, "Oh, maybe I'll go back and play it. This sounds interesting." Are there still bots in the game? Yes, there are still bots in the game, especially on the FPP version of the game. When I was a partner, I tried doing this several times, and they kept telling me they couldn't. But crossplay, they have to just turn crossplay on and leave it the fuck on, because we separate the lobbies multiple times. You have different queues, and then you have crossplay on and off for both of the queues. So you just keep splitting the lobbies up, and of course, it's going to get to the point where you either sit there and wait all day to get 100 people to play a game, or you start the game with 70 bots and you have maybe 30 real people in it. But it's the player base, hopefully this brings the player base back. But yeah, there's still a shit ton of bots in the game because people are leaving. And you got to fill the void with something. Otherwise, you're going to be playing Miramar with 5 people. You're going to be running around for 35 minutes before you see one person. And that's just not fun. That's not fun at all. I agree. Nothing like a chicken dinner. God, yeah, it's just such an amazing feeling. And then back when we would play this, I had on my Stream Deck, I had the Price is Right. Dun, 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 dun. So whenever we won, I'd be playing. Such a great feeling as we're dancing around and Pat's screaming in the background. Good days. Those were the good days. The good old days. I feel like crossplay should not be an option. It should always be enabled. I agree. And there's some people in our community that play crossplay off, and for reasons, and I understand. But it was our hard time to, we would try to shame them a little bit, Hey, Charmed, are you still playing crossplay off? Why don't you, flip the switch and get in here with the big boys, We were just, I don't know. But we also on the same token there, we knew that there was a lot of cheaters that hung out in the crossplay off. And some of you may remember, some of you may not, but there was a certain group of people I haven't seen really any of them around in a long time, so I can probably speak about them openly. But there was a group of people that were kind of involved with our community that were in cahoots with certain people that were cheating, and it was hard to, it was hard to be okay with that within things that were going on. But there was a lot of people that were using Cronus and Strike Pack and only staying on those servers. Yeah. Anyhow, I think they need to just get rid of it altogether. Just leave it wide open for everybody. Let PlayStation and Xbox play in harmony. Now that we've gotten rid of the problem consoles and they're going away, we would probably have less desync, less issues if we just forced it. And then when you get the healthy server amount back, unlock FPP ranked. Give us a true challenging mode. But we did have FPP ranked for a little bit, and we did play it, but it just fizzled out again. I think it was the second time console had it. They had it shortly after it released, and then they got rid of it, and then they brought it back, and then So, what are you gonna do? I'm sorry. Then let it die, because PUBG with PC players would be even less fun than it is now. Huh? Who's talking PC? Did someone say the PC? No. That's the worst thing you can do. You do not. PUBG is a game with zero aim assist. There's no aim assist for controllers. So playing that against PUBG PC gods, you would even a generic player on PC would outgun most of the better controller players out there. I would absolutely not endorse PC playing at all. No. PC and console, that's one game that just leave them separated. You got to keep them separated. As Offspring once said, absolutely not. But as far as if you're talking about me, I'm talking crossplay between consoles. That needs to stay on and not have an option to turn it off. But if somebody in chat's talking about adding PC players, no. The console will die immediately. I give it a week. It'll be a week. Everybody will be, all PC players are cheating. They're all cheating. They're all cheaters. No. It's been populated the few times I played. I guess it just depends on the day and time. Yeah, usually late night. I hear that late night you get 80 plus players, especially if you're on squads. But the time that I play in the morning, there's nobody around. Now, if we were in the Asian market, we'd have full games all the time. But I mean, we account for, what is it, 8%? The US and Europe account for 8% of the player base. We're a very small amount of people that play the game on this side of the planet. I feel like everyone fought so hard to get crossplay. I also feel like people use crossplay as a way to say people are cheating and that's why they suck. Yeah, I mean, that goes for everything, really. But yeah, there was, when crossplay first came out, there was a lot of issues. We knew, we jokingly still talk about it, but we knew when PlayStation players were around us, because we all of a sudden start getting this lag, this desync. The screen would start acting all goofy and like, oh, we got a PlayStation player nearby. And sure enough, we did. So, I mean, even though it was true, it was still fun. And then they fixed it since then. I still think there's still some issues there. But it's still funny that, whenever we have any type of desync, anything starts acting weird. Oh, there's a PlayStation player nearby. Because that was the fun we had. Metal Josh remembers. Absolutely. I assume we're talking about the cheater, right? Yeah. A lot of those people still couldn't hit water if they fell out of a boat. That's why they played crossplay off, is because they could cheat and beat the people that were over there that wanted the easier time. Because crossplay off, FPP, people treat it as a just more casual, I only want to play against 3 or 4 real people. I just, I want to get some practice, or I just want to screw around. That's kind of what it's there for. Now, anyhow, I mean, originally it wasn't, but yeah. So the cheaters would go over there because they would be basically just picking off the either new players or people that were just kind of screwing off. And then they would, brag about all their wins. And yeah, it's pretty stupid. Pretty stupid if you ask me. People always think when they hear crossplay it means PC too. Oh, I gotcha. I mean, yeah. Currently, yes. If I'm talking crossplay, like for current games, we're talking crossplay. Yes, absolutely. It's console, and because we already have, I'm pretty sure most games have crossplay between the consoles right now. It's console and PC. But I've always that game is older, and we've always talked about that. There's no way, and luckily PUBG has always said they are never going to merge the consoles with PC, and thank God for that, because you don't want that kind of shit. You don't want that kind of shit. Yeah, we're talking about turning crossplay on, enabling it indefinitely, not giving people the option to turn it off. That's what I'm talking about. Crossplay on console between just the consoles. People turn it off so they can get into bot lobbies, and that's what I was talking about. Is that I tried to at one point to get them to enable the ability to turn off crossplay. Just crossplay on for everybody. That's it. That way we're not dividing the queues up even more between consoles and the type of TPP and FPP and this and that. That because we're getting to the point where there's such a small player base that they need to do something to keep everybody together and keep the games rolling without bots, or with as few bots as possible. But if they keep this the way it is, they're just going to be adding more and more bots. So, and they're not going to get rid of them anytime soon, because they're still working on making them more realistic, having them support you in better ways. It's because supposedly they're going to be adding squads, so you can run a squad of bots with you. This was something they announced like a year ago, I do believe. So you have like a bot buddy with you, so you can run duos. And I think it's kind of funny. I think it's funny, but I don't know how many people would be interested in doing that. Just guiding a bot along with you in hoping that they're do what they need to do, talking to somebody and talking strategy and giving call outs and shit like that. That's half the fun, man. That's half the fun of the game. So having a little battle buddy with you, it doesn't sound too, I don't know. Unless it talk back to you, maybe it's going to have AI and it has a conversation with you. Then we're getting somewhere. Was talking about the people turning it off and whatnot. FPP rank lasted a week because TPP folks, they all claimed they switched, got their asses handed them, and went back, therefore killing FPP. You know what? You guys remember Metal Josh? I know you remember. But for the rest of you guys, all the streamers, all the streamers, all the console guys that thought they were tough shit, they were always talking trash. They got in there for a day. They got in for a day and then left. And it was all excuses. There's way more lag over there. I can't see anything. It doesn't work right. Yeah. So that was, they really called their bluff on that one. We're running into Sunshine and Fade. Yes, dude. I think she still streams from time to time. I don't know. But yeah, we ran into them back to back. Is it Kick Puncher or something like that? I don't know. She was running with somebody else. And then I killed her twice. And then I watched her the PUBG report, and she started complaining about how I'm always following her around the map. Like, what are you talking about? The two times we ran into them, they came to us. We were just minding our own business. They came to us. But yeah, whatever. That was hilarious. I ran into Fade, he obliterated me. I came close to killing him twice. He's legit. Fade's legit. He's good. He's just not fun to watch stream. And he's TPP. He's a good player, but he's just very dry and just not very entertaining. It was not entertaining watching him. I learned some things. He's good at figuring out, certain exploits and things like that, and certain things to climb on and kind of like cheeky spots to get into and stuff like that. So I learned some things from him, but it was a very boring time. I think he still streams as well. I'm not sure. I got the clips, never killed him in TVP, but always killed him when he'd show up in FPP. I have a clip from my stream and he's a funny guy when he dies. All right, guys. That's my fade. This is him. Yeah, after he killed me, I went on in his stream and I was talking how I almost got him, but yeah, it was TPP, FPP probably could have had a chance. FPP was for real shooters. I agree. She was pissed. She was too. We actively would chase shots. That time they chased us. The second time we knew they were in game, so we did actively look for TPP streamers and talk shit in FPP. I agree. We ran into a handful of people. We ran into Nacho, some Nacho character, and we immediately thought he was cheating, man. I had to go back and watch it several times. I think he was playing with Kick Punch or something like that. They were running together in some duos. And Metal Josh and I, we were fighting two teams on a hill, and they came out of nowhere, and they like two-tapped us through the hill. I went back and watched it several times, and I still can't believe I think he got both of us. He just two-tapped us. It was rapid fire with a Mini 14. It was a Mini. I don't know, but either way. And there was no recoil whatsoever. And I was like, I had to go back and watch it. I'm like, what the fuck happened there? That was crazy, dude. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if any of these people still stream anymore. The only one I watch anymore for console that plays console is our boy Cody Trahan. I watch him. And then I watch Hollywood Bob. But other than that, I don't really watch PUBG streamers anymore. Those two are Hollywood Bob and I have a lot in common, and he plays very similar to me. We're very similar people, and I think that he's fantastic. And then Cody Trahan, who doesn't love Cody fucking Trahan? Everybody loves him. That's the answer. Everybody. Not one person disliked Cody. He's the nicest Canadian you'll ever meet in your life. No offense to any other Canadians that are here now. Best PUBG War I ever had was when I ran into the Thumbless Boys on Arundel Bridge. I remember them. They disbanded, I think. I think one of them left and he's doing something else. I don't remember their names now, but Aimbot. Yeah, Aimbot. Yeah, Aimbot was one of them. Bori Aimbot. Gaming Nacho. Oh, was that his name? Gaming Nacho? He's a good player, though, and a good attitude. Killer on lockdown. Gaming Nacho streaming. Okay, so he still streams? That's interesting. I don't know. Again, there's two PUBG streams I watch. He also put a clip of mine on one of his videos, so I might be a little biased. Oh, I gotcha. Thumbless Boys, one if not two of them got banned for cheating. Yeah, there was they're European boys, aren't they? British boys. One of them, he was like Gaga. Was it Gaga? He had like a baby's name, Gaga or something like that. I killed when the game was before FPP came out. Well, I can't say that. During my TPP years, before I started streaming, probably right around the time that the Series X came out, I did run into a couple of them in Miramar, and I remember smoking one of them. Didn't even see me with a VSS. The other one I sniped while he was trying to revive that cat. But I think it was Gaga. I think that was his name. And then there was another one that started with a C. Cruddy? I don't know. Either way, yeah. They disbanded years ago, and yeah. But I remember killing them guys. Gaming Nacho was a good dude, though, from my experience with him. God? Are you sure? I thought his name was Gaga. Gaga, Gaga. Like, ooh, Gaga. Dada. That might be, I don't know. Maybe he changed his name when he left the Thumbless Boys. I don't know. Either way. His name should be Mr. Cocky. Yeah, he does have a huge chip on his shoulder. He absolutely does. I don't know if he even streams anymore or whatever. I haven't seen him since he was a Thumbless guy. I sprayed two of them out of the car and thirsted once. It means nothing to me. and said mean things about me. I was so upset I lost sleep. That's funny. Gaga, I don't think that was his name then, because it was TPP I had played. This was like, again, before I went into FPP, before I started streaming. So this would have been 2020, 2021, somewhere in that neighborhood, right before I started streaming. So whatever his name, whatever that person's name was, I think it was Gaga. It wasn't that guy. His name was Gaga. But anyhow, it was him and Cruddy. I think it was Cruddy, Gaga, and wasn't there a third? I thought there was a third guy, and they would switch on and off. I don't know. Either way. Then I moved to FPP and changed the game. The way it went down is that I tried it before, but they didn't give us an FOV slider, so it was very disorienting. We called it belly button mode, because you felt like you were a midget running around. Can you say that anymore? Little people, midget? I don't know, whatever the proper term is. Woke is dead, right? I don't know. But we tried FPP, and it felt like you were at like doorknob height, and then you get in TPP, and I guess because the camera was so far back that you could see more, and yeah, it was hard to get used to. So I went back to TPP and I played that forever. And then you guys we did the challenges, the channel point challenges that Charmed ruined for you guys. That's her fault, not mine. And I think it was Pat challenged me to play the rest of the game in FPP. And I think we ended up winning that game. And I was like, this is great. Let's jump over to FPP and try playing that. And I never looked back. It was such a great experience. I think the FOV slider is what changed all that. Being able to, instead of being like in this little tunnel, I was able to open it up, and then it felt better. Like I could see more, which was fantastic. So Big Al Mac with a resub. Let's go 50 months. Holy shit. That's a long fucking time, man. That's a long time. I've been doing this longer than I thought. Oh, so there you go. Either way. So I can't even, I'm trying not to look over that. Every time I see that, I just want to laugh. That's great. This guy. All right, real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and get some more coffee. I've been running my mouth for about an hour and a half. I'm gonna grab some more coffee. I'm gonna see what's happening with the wife, because it's her day off today. I'm gonna see what she's getting into. I will be back in just a minute. That's right. Back in 2-2. All right, we can get rid of that now. I still love that graphic. You might see that come back a couple of times before it actually happens. But yes, that's the big news. He'll be back in 2-2. Hell yeah. When you get a damn PC, tell the bad company you want up your sales. Absolutely. We got to get Pika a PC. We got to do it. Now, Rick's got a PC. He just refuses to use it. Or so he says. I don't know what the story is. So I couldn't find the wife. The wife is missing now. I forgot. So another thing that happened, if I can brag here for a minute, just a dad brag, if you will. Another thing that happened over the time that I was gone is our daughter got her job. She got her first job. She turned 16 at the beginning of the month. I think I told you guys all about that. Had a big, sweet 16 birthday party for her. Great time. She really wanted a job, and we encouraged that. And she put together a resume. She went and handed it out to a handful of places. She got a call within 45 minutes of one of the places, and they hired her immediately. So she just got done with training. She's a server at a restaurant. She loves it. She loves her job. She's so excited about this, which is, I keep telling her, it's a slippery slope. Being a server is a slippery slope into sales, and she's pretty damn good at it. So she started her first job, and the wife drove her. This is her first morning, so she's working for a few hours today, trying to during a rush to see how well she can handle it. But she's still in school, so this is going to be her only morning. She goes back to school on Wednesday. She's a junior this year, so she's about to get her license. About to be driving here soon, if we can get this Jeep going. And she's got her first job, and she's very, very, very excited and very happy. So that's a little dad flex, there. So so that's where she's at. She's driving the kid around. So it's pretty nice. And she does some modeling on the side. She's modeling for my wife's business. So my wife is she's a senior district manager for a credit union, a local credit union here in the area. And there's a couple of daughters of employees that are modeling for things, and our daughter is actually one of them, and she's going to be on a billboard in Flint in a couple months. So yeah, it's pretty exciting time. She's growing up way too fast, and she keeps me on my toes. So yeah, it's it's wild, man. All down here from here. Yeah, it is. I keep telling her, I was like, it's at some point, if you want to give that up and you want to go do some sales, you can do that as well. But we're encouraging her to we want her to go to college. We want her to finish school, and she's getting all the grades. She's in all the AP classes and honor society and all that. So we're pushing her to do that. But I always told her, like, sales is a great profession. You don't need any schooling. If you didn't go to college and you have the gift of gab, you can make a lot of money in sales, a lot of money. And yeah. So there you go. Big Al Mac wants to step in and flex as well. Oh, you're killing me, man. Killing me. And she was on a commercial during the Lions game. Yes. I almost forgot. Yes. For the same business. Someone took a screenshot of the commercial, of her in the commercial, and posted on the social media. So her name is Mia. We call her Mia. Good kid. Say what? I did not see that. Shame. For shame. Yeah, so she's going places right now. I am ashamed. Now I feel bad. I gotta end the stream, guys. So there's that. So you know what? I really thought that these talking points were gonna get me 2 hours. I was close. I was really, really close. I think I told you guys, a lot of you guys at the beginning of the stream, that as along with my brother going missing and us doing this manhunt this manhunt for my brother. We also we lost our garage fridge and our in-house fridge. Both died. Both compressor issues. Our indoor fridge is 8 years old, and we've already replaced the compressor once. Yeah. So we said we're not going to do it. We're fuck it. We're not replacing this. You know, it's $500 to replace a compressor. We're just going to go out and buy a new one. So we went out and bought a new one. So now I got to remove this one from the house and get it ready so that the other one can be delivered tomorrow. So that's a fun job I got to do today. Now the garage fridge, that's an oldie. It's like 25 years old. I think it's a 99 or a 2000. 25 years. and the new one with the linear compressor, the better technology, lasted eight years. That's it. And and then halfway through its lifespan, we had to replace the compressor as well. I don't know, but either way. So we also took a pretty big hit financially because if you don't remember, 2 weeks before that, we had to buy a new washer and dryer. So it's just been, oh my God, I lose my brother, my wallet's gone missing. Oh man, it's just, whew. It's been a long couple weeks, but we're getting back in the groove. We're starting to recover. It's yeah, no more fancy fridges. You know, and the funny thing is, I'm not to put her under the bus, but when we were looking at new ones, and I told her we're absolutely not going to do LG again because this was an LG fridge, and we're not doing Samsung. I keep hearing Samsung's just garbage, right? So we're looking through, and my wife says, "What's that one there?" It's a Samsung. It's the one that has, you know, the tablet built into the door. She goes, "Oh, that's kind of cool." I'm like, "No, it's another thing to go wrong. No, we don't want that shit." So I don't know if she's making fun of me because I was looking at fancy fridges, or because she wanted the one with the fucking computer in the goddamn door. We're good. We don't need to watch Netflix in the kitchen. We'll be fine. We have one of those. What is it? The Alexa. What's the countertop Alexa screen with the speaker? What is that thing? Wife knows. We have one of those in the kitchen. That thing's great. Man, we're in there working and like we got our hands all messy. We're trying to make dinner and we're like, you know, how many quarts are in a liter? Yeah, I like the hands-free thing. Or you can pull up recipes and it just stays on the screen while you're doing your. It's so handy, man. I love those things. And now we're dog sitting for my sister as well. So and the dog is too big to be in this house, and then our dog doesn't really take kindly. Harley doesn't like other animals in the house. So my sister lives a couple miles down the road. So what we've been doing is 3 times a day, we go over there, we walk the dog, let it go outside, do its business, and then we come back home. So luckily the wife's on vacation, so that helps considerably. She went this morning. When I get done with my stream, we're going to go back, do some lunch, and then take the dog for a walk. And so we got a lot going on. But it's nice. We're busy, and I like staying busy. It keeps my mind going, which is fantastic. She has a great family and support behind her. Nothing is off the table with that system, so she can be literally anything. That's right. Thank you, Metal. Those are kind words, brother. I appreciate you. It's an Alexa, but it's just an Alexa? I thought there was a name for it. I don't know. Either way, we have an Alexa. The Alexa's the AI name. I thought there was a name to it. It's basically a fucking like a countertop tablet that just sits there. It's a screen. It's an Alexa screen. I don't know. It's like some outside of her house. Yes. So yeah, her vacation is actually not a vacation. So we have all these different things going on, which is great. But yeah. So what is it? Probably his name, but I don't know. Okay, yeah. Either way, it's an Amazon Alexa thing. We have an Amazon I can't even think. I don't even know what the name is, but either way. So I'm hearing that there's games going down tonight because the wife I've been talking about maybe getting back into some gaming again. So I would love to get back and play some stuff. I haven't really touched anything except for Hitman in the last 2 weeks, and that was to make some videos. I don't know if you guys saw those on YouTube. I put out two new murder videos. I was able to get those done. I think it was Saturday. But either way, they're there for you guys if you guys are interested. But what do you guys think of this new concept, this new podcast? I thought that I ran out of time last night. I had to get to bed at like 12:30. But I had a lot of talking points. I had some things I wanted to talk about. I thought I was gonna be able to drag it out a little bit longer, but we got about 2 hours out of it, almost 2 hours. I would like to, going forward, doing this format, I would like to be from 9 to 12. And if we're doing any gaming, then maybe we'll go a little bit longer. But I think this format's great. I get a chance to run my mouth. We don't have to, put up with, gaming issues. We don't have to worry about what we're going to play the next day. I think it's easier. It's easier to do. I'm having a lot of fun with it. So Echo Dot, thank you. Amazon Echo Dot. Alexa. That's what it is. Anyhow, yeah, we like those things. So with that being said, who's going to be on tonight? Who's gaming? What are you playing? I might just jump in with you guys. I might just leave your comms open because I might just wander into your game at one point. And I was thinking about doing that. When I see you guys on, jumping into a game, getting in with you, playing a couple games, jumping back out, finding somebody else is playing something, jumping with them, play for a little bit. Just kind of basically just inviting myself to your guys' games. Just making my rounds. I think that'd be fantastic. Especially if we did it on stream, like a late night stream, where I just jump into your games. I think it'd be great. Drop topics to talk about it. I like that. I like that. There you go. That's a good idea. I'm going to put that up in Discord. Talking points. So if you guys have any suggestions, anything you guys want to talk about, I think that'd be fantastic. And even during the day, even during the stream, if you guys have anything that you guys want to talk about, we'll do like a little last minute, like, combination of things, and we'll talk about whatever. It's Echo Show or something like that, isn't it? Honda, you playing Gray Zone, you son of a bitch? Oh, and welcome, by the way. How you doing? I would love to play some Gray Zone. Maybe you'll see me there tonight then. Smokey's probably busy right now, but I know he's been trying to get me in some games. I think it's great. It's a matter of talking points, and that's tough on a day-to-day basis. That's what I was telling the wife. I said that's going to be the hardest thing is coming up with things to talk about the next day, and then making the graphics for those said things. Because this one here, it didn't take me very long, but it still takes time to build these things. It takes some effort, takes some work. And I can probably do 3 or 4 of them, no problem. The ones that are like this one here, the static one that's not going to change, and then this one, we're going to do this day to day. So every day we'll do what day is it. So those will always stay. This one will change, of course, and same with this one here. So I love this format, and I want to build it up a little better. I have more ideas. I have other things that I've been thinking about doing. The wife is very, very supportive, and has suggestions, and she's like, just go for it. Just do it. And she's been in my corner all 4.5 years I've been streaming. So, I don't see myself going anywhere just yet. I think we're just going to kind of change directions and focus more on talking about games than actually playing games. I think this makes more sense, especially in the morning. A lot of you guys are at work. You guys probably have me in the background, in your ear or on your phone or in the car. And you can't actually watch what's actually happening. You just can hear me screaming. You know when I'm winning and you know when I'm losing. But when in a format like this, this is just we're NPR news. We're just talking. We're just having a good time. So we're for the known future. This is what we're going to be doing. This is what we're going to do. I have a lot of different ideas. If you guys have any suggestions, things like that, please hit me up. Let me know what you think. I'd be very, very happy to hear your feedback. Like a weekly recap plus emergency news and new games, shadow drops, updates, things like that. Just show up. It's the talk of the town. That's what I've been doing, and I spend a lot of time on my phone, in my news feed. So I get a lot of news, and that's where you guys, a lot of things are sent directly to Discord for you guys to check up on. And I know a lot of you guys see it. There's not a lot of thumbs up going on, but I know you guys are reading it. So, because when I bring the topics up, you guys are right there ready to go. So I think that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue. It's going to be more of like a gaming news channel like that. And we just talk what our opinions are, where we think things are going, the future. And you guys know I have no shortage of that. I speak my mind, even when I probably shouldn't, as my wife tells me daily. I'm going to jump on in a little bit, about to eat. I'm about to do the same thing. We're going to go back and take care of this dog. I'm going to take my wife out to lunch. She doesn't know it yet. Don't tell her. It's a secret. Don't tell her. And get some things ready around the house. Tomorrow, we're probably going to go a little bit longer. Again, I'm going to have some more time. I spent a lot of time trying to revamp this and get things set up to make it look a little bit nicer. So but I'm really, really happy with the finished product here. So again, if you guys have any suggestions, complaints, feedback of any sort, hit me up. Let me know. I'm not shy. I'm not shy, guys. I will respond to you. Now, I know last week, a couple of you guys, it took me a couple of days to get back with you. I apologize. I was not really focused on this part of my life. This was just this took a backseat to some important things. So going forward, I will respond to you guys on a timely manner. And I appreciate everybody. I really do. You guys sticking with me and hitting me up while I was gone and just making sure that I was okay. I really appreciate all that, guys. I do. I think it's I think we've turned a corner and we're going to go in a new direction. I love it. I'm really, really excited for it. So I know I'm just rambling now, but I'm dropping by a branch and then we'll be home. Okay. Good. Yeah. See, that's why she laughed earlier and she's like, vacation. Yeah. Right. Cause she still has some things she has to do, on top of dog sitting and driving our daughter around. So that's why at night I like to give her the time. I like to give her time so she can play her game and have a good time. So I'm telling you right now, I'm vouching right now for myself, and I'm making the Boy Scout promise. I promise I will be on playing some games tonight, and I might just jump in your game. Okay, if you're not okay with that, show yourself offline. But I may just drop in with you. Break time, ink and skin. So okay. Before we end, I'm just gonna keep rambling. I have time. I have nowhere to be right now. It's only 11 o'clock. I have plenty of time. Usually I go to 2. Sounds good, Boomer. What are you guys playing now that let's get that off the screen. I gotta stop laughing. There we go. We got a gifted sub from Big Al Mac to Ink and Skin. Thank you so much, Big Al Mac. Now that the Battlefield 6 beta is over, and I know that we talked about it, we discovered the actual release date for Delta Force console is coming out tonight, 10 p.m. I do believe. Gracias, absolutely. Who's gonna be playing that? And what are you guys playing? What's everyone's game right now? I know Metal's into Tarkov. I see him in Tarkov a lot. Let's see. Frito Escapes, he's kind of all over the place. He's like me. He's just kind of jumping around, trying everything out here and there. Honda, I know Honda's been, he just left. Honda's all about Surrounded and going back into Gray Zone. Who else can I call out here? Peak's been playing a lot of softball. Lucky guy. Louis been back in Warzone, I do believe. Smokey's all over the place. I think Smokey, I don't know if he's available, but I know he played a lot of Grounded too. I think he ended up finishing it. So what are you guys playing? Rowdy Joe? I haven't seen Rowdy Joe in a minute. Rowdy, what are you playing, dude? What's Rowdy playing these days? Free's been bouncing around. Yeah, exactly. Gonna check out console DF tonight if I can. I was deep in Battlefield. Now I got nothing. I know. That's what I'm saying. And now that it's gone, what are you gonna do? Penguin, you're console stricken, right? Am I saying that right? I didn't mean to say it like that. I don't want to say you're limited to console. Let me try this again. Let me just back up real quick here. We can edit that in post. It's okay. Let's try this again. Penguin, are you on console only? There we go. Okay. So I don't know if you were listening earlier, but Delta Force is coming to console tonight. So you can still get your Battlefield. You can still get your Battlefield on, but in Delta Force. And I was I did a whole segment about this earlier. So for those that are just now tuning in, make sure you go back and watch or at least listen to the whole thing, because we had a lot of good conversation in here, and I really just went all out and I went in a direction you guys probably weren't thinking about. But I'm giving credit where credit's due. And even though I don't really care for Delta Force and I have my problems with the game, I still think it deserves a place, and it is a direct competitor. I don't care what anybody says. Delta Force is a direct competitor with Battlefield, And I think a lot of people after tonight are going to be, they're probably going to be like, Battlefield what? After they go play Delta Force. So I invite you, Penguin, go play it and check it out and tell me what you think. That's about all Rowdy will play. Is Tarkov? Yep. Living the dream one nightmare at a time. You say that Battlefield copy. You say that Battlefield copy. Yeah. Delta Force tonight. Chrono Trigger is coming next month. I'll be picking that up. Dead Space vibes. Oh, okay. Did anybody ever play the Callisto Protocol? Did anyone ever play that? Now, when I was a partner with PUBG, Crafton bought out PUBG, and Callisto Protocol. Not many people know this or remember really. That Callisto Protocol was supposed to be some type of spinoff. It was supposed to be in the world of PUBG. It was supposed to have some type of tie-in, and they decided they weren't going to do that. But it was basically like a spiritual successor to Dead Space. It is on, I do believe it's on Game Pass. I might be wrong, but they gave me a free copy of the game, PUBG did, to stream and to try to, help them get some advertisement out there. I liked the game. It was different. It had some problems. There were some issues. But I ultimately, it wasn't a bad game. I enjoyed it. So, Inc., if you're looking for a game that gives you Dead Space vibes, check that game out. Callisto Protocol. If it's not on Game Pass, I think it's pretty fucking cheap. It's got to be. Okay, so you've played it before? Okay, all right. Just off the top of my head, that just rang a bell. I'll look into it for sure because you definitely have recommended it some. Yeah, I was a partner with Delta Force for a while, and I really enjoyed it. And we thought we were part of this creative process with them to try to help them mold the game. So they were taking a lot of our feedback, and there was a lot of, we're working on that. Yeah, we're going to fix that. Yeah, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. And then a month before or 3 weeks before their release, they changed it from a full release to a early access. I think they changed it to, and that's when I started to know that that's when I knew there was going to be issues with it. Like you don't take a step back like that unless you know you're going to release your game with problems. So that was a tough time. So I ended up just leaving them and saying, I don't want to be a part of this and whatever, but I still think it's still a valid game. It's still, there was fun there. I had a lot of fun with Warfare. I wasn't really big in the extraction mode, but it was nice that they gave you 2 different modes. Then they released, months after they said they were going to, they released the, there was a raid mode or something like that they were supposed to release on day one that didn't come out. I think came out in January. I didn't even check that out. Then there was a campaign, a really tough campaign in the light of 6 days of Fallujah, something like that. So there's a lot of gameplay there, and it's all free to play. So I think that Battlefield in the current state that it's at right now, it's not worth the $70. I don't see it. So I invite you guys to try Delta Force and see what you think. Do it. Delta Force doesn't have a pre-install, so got to wait till launch to download. Okay. Honestly, it would be. Let's see. Honestly, it would probably be better than Enlisted. Yeah, I mean, I never really played Enlisted. Remember that whole debacle when Enlisted finally left its own launcher, and it stayed there, but they released it on Steam. And remember they released it on Steam, and you had to buy the game. It was locked behind some DLC pack or whatever, like some skin pack. And then they had to pull it because there was so much backlash. Well, then it eventually went back to Steam a few months later. I never played the game. I still have never played the game. They just released it on Game Pass, which is free to play, and people are complaining about that as well. Why is it a free to play game going to a subscription service? It's just to get more people involved. It's just a bonus. But anyway, I still haven't even played it. But I like Hell Let Loose, and people keep telling me I need to try it, so I might try that as well. All right, time to get ready for lunch. Peace out, by the way. Cannot wait for you to come back to PUBG. Oh, thanks, Big Al Mac. November 13th. Put it on your calendar. November 13th is the day I come back to PUBG. For a day, week, month, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I was okay. The fight was Metal Josh was that freaky looking shooter coming up with all the dead people. Ill. Oh yeah. I remember that. Looking forward to that as well. Talk about Callisto Protocol. I did, yes. Inked Skin was saying that Chrono Trigger is coming out next month. I thought wasn't Chrono Trigger a Japanese RPG from like the 90s? Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Maybe it was Chrono Cross. Penguin would know. Penguin knows this. I thought Chrono Trigger was an RPG for one of the old consoles. Either way. But yes, we talked about Callisto Protocol because he was saying that he was going to play, he was waiting for this game called Chrono Trigger, which is similar to Dead Space. And that's when I popped in my head that Callisto Protocol was another similar game. Not as good. It was okay. The storyline was very forgettable. But it was similar to that. The Game Pass perk of it is the free games get monthly or weekly rewards. Yeah, that's true. Callisto is not on Game Pass. Base game is $70. Good God. I don't recommend it for that. If you can get it on CD keys, for like $20, I think it's worth that. Wait for a sale. It's too bad it's not on a subscription service though, because it doesn't have enough replay value for me to want to pay that kind of money for a game that I'm going to beat in 10, 12 hours. Yeah, absolutely not worth $70. Hell no. New IP made by Blooper, who made the Silent Hill 2 remake. That's the Ill game that you're talking about. Now when you say Ill, I'm thinking of a game called Ill Bleed, which was a Dreamcast Japanese thriller horror Resident Evil type game. It was also a super rare game to find. No Chrono Trigger? Okay. There was a game that I've been downloading games to play. You guys might have heard of this. Some of you might have heard of this game. But after the two fantastic low poly games that I played this year, the first one being Outlawed, and then now Surrounded. That whole low poly look, I kind of like it. I think it's kind of cool if it's done correctly. There is a game that came out recently. It's called Project Silverfish. For those that have played Surrounded, you'll notice that there's a lot of a lot of textures, a lot of things that look very similar because apparently these two developers are utilizing a lot of purchasable components available for this engine or whatever. But Project Silverfish looks very interesting. It's kind of like a low poly version of like Stalker. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but check it out. It's called Project Silverfish. It's on Steam. I'll put it out there on Discord in a little bit here, a direct link for you guys. There's a demo out right now. I think the full game's $20, but the demo is pretty hot right now. It's getting mostly positive reviews or extremely positive. Let me take a look and I'll tell you. But this one looks interesting. How do we get to it? Store page. Okay. I'll put up I'll put this up later, but it's early access. It's $30. It's $29.99. CD keys might have it for a little bit cheaper, but download the demo and check it out and see. This is one that I wanted to try. That I've seen in the last few days. Very interesting. So, Silent Hill F is coming out soon too, which is based in Japan. I never played. I think I played one Silent Hill. I can't remember which one it is, but I never really got into those games. I never really. Resident Evil and Resident Evil 2 kind of got into those a little bit, and then it was all shooters after that. Dreamcast came out with online play, and I was playing Unreal Engine or Unreal Tournament and shit like that. So I didn't really get into those games, unfortunately. What day is PUBG Day? November 13th. Yes. We are getting Harm's Way. It's called Project Silverfish on Steam. Survival horror is my jam and jelly. You might like Project Silverfish. Yeah, I'm gonna check that one out. But anyhow, Huckleberry, I don't know if you saw earlier, we did the whole segment on PUBG, but they're getting rid of they're kicking the old consoles out, and we're getting an updated console version for both PlayStation 5, PlayStation 5 Plus or Pro, and the series consoles. So we're still going to have the same 4K rendering at 60 frames, but we're going to get looks like longer draw distance. From what I can tell in the pictures, the before and after pictures, longer draw distance, better textures, and it looks like we might get better shadowing as well, which shadows and foliage are two of the things that typically people shut off in these types of games. So I don't know if the shadows are going to really help too much, but draw distance and better textures will definitely make a big difference, especially when you're up close to something. Like from a distance, it doesn't matter, but when you're up close to something and you're looking at it and it's just all pixelated and it looks like crap, it kind of, I don't know, it kind of pulls me out of the, I don't know, especially like the gun. When your gun looks weird and yeah, I don't know. So yeah, November 13th, we are going to be back to some PUBG, and I'm going to try to make a day of it, probably a couple days of it, try to get the crew back in. So if you're working in the morning and you want to play, peek, maybe ask for the day off. I don't know. Same with you, Metal. If you want to play, I know you still play the PUBG, but we're gonna make a day of it. November 13th. It's gonna be fun. There you go. Penguin as well. The more the merrier. Get in here, guys. Let's do it. Absolutely, yes, me too. Me too. I'll be taking that day off as well. I'm excited. I really am excited. Now, currently my Xbox is on the on the TV. Whenever we have the family movie night or family dinner night, that's what we did last night. We had the kids over. We had a family dinner and game night. I had to take the console over because oddly enough, like they're adding more of these cloud stream your own games to cloud. But there's only one Jackbox on there, which sucks. So I still have to take the console back and forth. But I did fire it up on Saturday, and I did 2 elusive targets for Hitman, and those are on YouTube right now. So again, if you haven't had an opportunity to, and I'll put links in Discord here. I have a lot I have to do in Discord later. But if you guys could give those videos a watch, I know some of you guys love them. Some of you guys are like, Hitman sucks. Even a thumbs up on the video would help me out considerably. So I appreciate you guys if you guys could do that for me. But I have a lot of great ideas. I was writing things down during this time. My mind would always go back to this, in what I want to do, what I want to play, things like that. And I've had some pretty good ideas that we're going to try to implement within the stream. So I'm really, really excited for things to come and what's going to happen in the future here. Not only games, but just this gaming podcast as a whole. I think we're going to be able to turn this into something positive. Probably just a stream snipe you, but can't let you have too much fun. You know, amen to that. Amen to that, because I let Peak and Metal, they handle the stream snipers for us. So while I sit back and run my yapper, the old yapper, these guys handle the lightweight stuff for me. I kid. All right. I know I'm just rambling on, and that's what happens. Somebody shake me. I'm going to call it a day. We got about a little over 2 hours of a stream here, of a podcast. Again, I am going to be in Discord today. I got some stuff I got to get done in there. I will be gaming tonight. Okay. So you will see me on tonight. I was thinking about possibly streaming it. I don't know. I'm not sure at this point. But good things are coming, guys, and it's good to be back. I feel really, really good. Finally getting some sleep again. Oh God, I miss it. I am going to, I have to jet. The wife's on her way back now. So, we're going to go handle these dogs and get some things done. But I will be back every morning. I'm going to be streaming from 9 to noon minimum. So we're going to try to do 3 hours every day. If you guys have any suggestions, anything that you guys want to run by me, feel free to hit me up on Discord. I'm going to be more active on that going forward. So again, I'm back, baby, and it feels good. Talk to me. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. For the lucky few that are playing games tonight, I will see you tonight, and I will be probably in rare form. So be prepared for that. I'm telling you, it's just going to happen. So I'm a rambler. That's why I'm so good at this. All right, I got to shut it down, guys. Everyone have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all. Peace out.